Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video we're going to be going over an extremely bullish Solana NFT. As always, before we get started, none of the things I'm going through in this video is financial advice. Please do your own research before investing in any of the stuff I go through. Again, I do as much research as I possibly can before making a video for you guys, but still up to you to take a look for yourself before investing. Alright, with that being said, let's get right into it. Today's video we're going to be talking about Nosy Blobs. Now, as I said before, this is on the Solana blockchain. What's really cool about this project is that they're doing something new that I haven't seen in the space just yet, and I want to get into that as we go down on their site. Now, Nosy Blobs merge them, decrease the collection, and raise each value. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, and this is what really set them apart from all the other projects that I've been taking a look at. So as we come down, we can take a look at the story here of this NFT. So the story of a 5,460 blob army. Day 25, cosmic jellies are creating chaos across the planet. These blobs emerged from the crater in Mars in which a secret and unclear scientific research was taking place. The jellies were able to reach our world thanks to the Mars-Earth alignment, in which the planets are only 54.6 million kilometers apart. Now they're taking over from Paris to New York, from Iceland to Jordan. See how the story will turn out to be a unique collection of 5,460 NFTs. Now, as we come down, we can take a look at how some of these NFTs look and what the story is really about. Now, they're nosy and slimy. They love to steal. So they're stealing things. What are they stealing? The chemical composition of these blobs is still a mystery, but we know that they are sticky, flabby, mushy. These jellies love to steal by merging all kinds of objects and living things to their slippery bodies. This is a very important part, and I want you guys to remember this. Each of our NFT jellies will be composed of a colorful body, eyes, maybe brain, common objects, and extremely rare artifacts coming from all around the globe. What if they're able to absorb all your favorite things? So this is where the project starts to take a turn and become a lot more unique than the rest that I've seen. Blobs are distinguished by common features. Now they can merge among each other in order to strengthen themselves. So we can see that there's two blobs here that are merging together, and you can see that they have different things in each. The one on the right here is orange and it's got a heart and I think a cactus plant. The one on the left has a protractor and a brain. So when these two merge together, you're gonna get a matching color of the two, and as well as the most rare artifacts in each of them, because each blob comes with 4 artifacts automatically, but obviously certain artifacts are going to be more rare than others. So when you merge the two, you'll end up getting 4 of the most rare artifacts that are between the 8 of the artifacts that are already there. Now, this is obviously going to bring up the value of the NFTs, but it's also going to decrease the total supply, right? So you're going to end up with a much more rare NFT, but because you're technically taking an NFT away from the total supply, it's bringing up the total value of the entire collection. This is where the project really takes a turn and becomes a lot different than any of the other Solana NFTs that I've been taking a look at. Now, as we come down, we can see that some of these are going to have different artifacts like I already mentioned. For example, this one's got a bunch of burgers, a heart, some cheese in there. The eyes seem like some alien slash, snail eyes are coming out of the body. This one seems to be a little bit more worried, right? The eyes look a little bit more scared. It's got a brain in there, a heart, a stormtrooper helmet, right? As we come along, we can see that they're all different in their own unique ways. So even this one's a 3-eye. This one looks a lot more like an alien lady NFT. This one seems angry, right? We can take a look that they actually show a bunch of different emotions just through the eyes, but also through the artifacts that are in them. Now, as we come down, we can take a look at the rewards. And again, this is another way that this project is really setting themselves apart from the rest of the NFT space. Now, the Nosy Blobs are very, very nosy. A few days on Earth, and they have already managed to sneak into the most famous places around the globe. One of them even stole the freaking Mona Lisa, which means that the Mona Lisa is actually going to be in one of those NFTs, which is super exciting to see. Maybe he wants to bring it back to Italy, maybe not. Who knows his intentions? Anyway, 11 of them are going to be the leaders of the Jelly Army, one for each color clan. Now, these are the ones who are going to be actually able to steal these incredibly precious artifacts. These legendary and unique Nosy Blobs, equipped with exclusive objects and backgrounds, will be available during the general mint. Now, each lucky person who becomes an owner of one of these rare NFTs, they'll also be rewarded a $5,000 bonus once the collection is sold out. That's huge, guys. I haven't seen any project do that as of now. They're already giving out $55,000 as a bonus as soon as the project is given out, right? Because there's going to be 11 of these, $5,000 each. That's $55,000. Not only are they giving money back to the community, but they're also planning to reinvest into the project as they go along. So that's going to be more on what the roadmap talks about here. So as we come down into the roadmap, we can take a look that they're going to be obviously giving out a bunch of rewards. So not only the $5,000 that they're going to be giving out to the 11 special NFT holders, but they're also planning on giving out even more money. For minting, the mint will begin once the price will be announced some days before the mint is released. As for the minting, they actually have not announced the price of the mint just yet, which honestly makes a lot of sense, and I want to explain that to you guys so you're not feeling a little weird about why they haven't put up the price just yet. As we all know, crypto prices are extremely volatile, right? Solana can go anywhere from $100 to $300 in the span of a week, and we've seen it happen before. So the reason that they're not putting a set mint price in Solana basis is because if the price fluctuates too high, then they know people are going to be overpaying, and if it goes too low, then they're not making enough money on the project. So it makes sense that they're going to announce it a few days before the actual launch. That way they're just reducing the amount of risk that they're going to have with the volatility in the price. I'm actually really glad to see that they're going to be doing that as well. As for the merge, as we talked about before, people who manage to catch more of these jellies will be able to merge them. So obviously you're going to need 2 or more to start merging them, and match the colors, objects, and features, and level up your Nosy Blobs, making this NFT collection progressively rare and more valuable. Moreover, the higher level, the higher the money reward you'll gain each and every single month. Now, the money comes from the royalties of the second market sales, and we're going to be talking more about that once we get into the white paper as well. They want this NFT project to skyrocket way past the moon and all the way to Mars, back to the home world of the NFT blobs. Now, continue to be part of the Nosy Blob community. New project will soon be unveiled. So they're leaving it open-ended, which is great to see. That means they are planning on having more NFT sets and reinvesting the money they've made off this project here into the new project as well. And I'm sure there's going to be special perks for anyone who's holding the Nosy Blobs when it comes to their newer projects. We can take a look at their FAQs, and you're able to take a look at all of these things here. We already went over how many there'll be for the Nosy Blobs. There's only 5,400 of these, which is relatively low when you think about it compared to a lot of these other projects that are out there. So they shouldn't have any issue actually selling out relatively quickly once the launch happens, which is again on December 29th. Will there be a pre-sale? No, there's actually going to be no pre-sale, as they decided in order to give everyone the same opportunity to get a Nosy Blob NFT and have an equal price for everyone. That's super cool, right? There's no whitelist, there's none of that. When it launches, you get one. It's as simple as that, and I genuinely like it, as that way they're not favoring anyone by giving them whitelist spots, for example, right? Now, how do the royalties work? Well, the royalties will be 8%. Half of these royalties will be distributed among the 100 Nosy Blob owners who have made more merges during the month. The amount of money will be calculated based on the ranking. Higher the number of merges, higher the rank. That means if you end up buying 10 of these Nosy Blobs and merging 5 sets, right? Because 2 are required to merge into 1. So you end up getting 5 new Nosy Blobs. You're going to have 5 on that rank scale. So depending on how many you merge, it's going to set where you are on the ranking basis. They're going to be giving out 4% of any of the secondary market rates back into the people on the top 100 of that list there. So that's huge incentive for you to be merging these NFTs. And obviously the more the people merge, the less the supply, the higher the value of each NFT goes. This perpetual cycle might end up making the Nosy Blob collection have less than even 2,000 or 3,000 of the blobs, which would be really cool to see as well. As we come down, we can take a look at the team, and we can see that they have actually an expansive team that has a lot of experience in the space, which is always great to see as well. Now onto the white paper, right? This is the press release here. We can take a look more about the information on the Nosy Blobs. Now, obviously there's a lot of NFT collections that come out on a daily basis, and these guys wanted to stand apart from the rest of the competition. As we come down, we can take a look. They're obviously talking about how saturated the market is. A lot of these NFTs are basically the same and hold relatively low value and end up dying off after the release. Now, how are they going to combat that? As we talked about before, it's merging the collection and having that collection decrease in quantity but increase in value, right? Obviously some of these NFTs look a lot cooler than others, and that's obviously based on the rarity that you're going to be able to get. Now, if you don't get a very rare one, but but you get 2 of them, you end up merging them, and you actually end up getting a rare one, which is super cool. So you're not just stuck by the chances of the first one that you mint, but you can actually increase your odds of getting more and more rare NFTs. So through the merge, the collection will decrease. Acquiring more than one Nosy Blobs means access to the merge. Obtain a new exclusive body, forget the old ones, and choose between the most interesting and valuable objects the previous Nosy Blobs were able to catch, as we talked about before here. Now, what about the merge? Why are they doing it? We obviously already talked about this, right? There's 2 main reasons, right? Your Nosy Blob will level up and your rank with it. The 100 people that have the highest rank will be rewarded with a monetary percentage for each month, as the rank will change. Now, the example that they had here, say the first month they got $200,000 from their 8% in royalties, 4% will go directly to the rewards. So 4% is half of how much they made on their royalties. So about $100,000 there. The guy who's in the number 1 rank is going to make $25,000. Number 2, 12.5 thousand. Number 3 is 6.5 thousand, and it keeps going down until the 100th person there. And even the last person is getting about $300, which I don't see the project really minting for a lot more than that. So you're basically getting a free blob just by having a high enough rank in the merging department. So that's the first reason why they're doing the merge. Now, the second way that they're going to be doing it is the team will buy and burn blobs. With the rest of the royalties, the team will continue to do marketing in order to grow the project even more and to sweep the floor. In doing so, the value of the Nosy Blobs NFTs can just go one way, and we all know which way that is. To Mars. So sweeping the floor, if you don't know what that means, it just means that they're going to be buying up the cheapest blobs that are available on the market and just listing them for a higher price. This way you're pushing up the value of all the NFTs in the collection and making everyone who invested more and more money. Now, you can continue to read more about the whitelist. I do recommend that you do that, but we basically went over the most important parts, right? This is a deflationary NFT. It's going to be making you a lot of money as long as they do what they set out to do. Now, going into their social medias, we can see that, like I said before, this is the first deflationary NFT collection. And again, it is minting on the 29th of December on Solana. We'll probably find out how much the cost of each one will be around the 25th or so. So near Christmas time, we should be able to find out how much the mint price is. Now, they only have about 1,600 followers on here, but they only came out less than a month ago here. You can see that they are very active on the Twitter page as well, which is really cool to see. The community is super engaged, and that's why I want to take a look also at the Discord here. On the Discord here, we can see that they have almost 3,600 members, right? The community is very engaged in the project. And again, you can come on here and find out more about the project as they come along, the story, how to mint, their links, the roadmap, everything like that. So I do recommend that you guys join the Discord just so you're always updated on the project. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'm extremely excited about this project. I'm going to be minting at least 2 there, so I'm able to join the merging process because I think that's the most exciting part about this project. So I definitely do recommend that you end up minting 2 if you decide on getting this project here. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.